This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
$72 million kina funding for airport upgrade. NCD primary school teachers leave first not paid. And correctional service facility receives Christmas food donations. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Alinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. Boram Airport in Wewak is set to undergo a major facelift as National Airports Corporation, in partnership with the Asian Development Bank, announced a 72 million kina funding for the project.
The 72 million kina Boram Airport Upgrade Project comes under the Civil Aviation Development Investment Program number 2, which is a major government initiative that is primarily funded by the Asian Development Bank in partnership with the National Airport Corporation. NAC Chairman Jacob Anga, when announcing this major upgrade for Boram, said the contract was awarded to China Overseas Engineering Group and China Railway Group Limited. Mr. Anga said the project will see new terminal and an upgrade on the tarmac and runway.
Wewak upgrade is in the vicinity of about 72 million. It's a runway extension. So it's a runway extension, asphalt surfacing, new terminal, so you could have a new modern terminal. And then obviously there's a history of swelling on the pavement, and that will introduce a permanent fix to it. So we do not have swelling again.
Mr. Anga said this upgrade will ensure Boram Airport can serve not just East Sepik, but the greater Sepik region.
Wewak Airport will enhance a lot of passenger movement from regional Sepik planes into Wewak, both east and west. We just done.
He further said there are also plans to upgrade airstrip in Maprik to share the load of the movement of people and cargo as well.
Just signed AFIL last month. AFIL Maprik last month. So the idea is to have a spoken up model where we have Wewak airstrips like Maprik moving cargoes and people into main airport.
Pakatambo National EMTV News.
Kagamega Airport in Mount Hagen will undergo another upgrade under the National Airport Corporation Civil Aviation Development Investment Program.
The National Airport Corporation announced the upgrade of Kagamega Airport, which will start in 2026. Board Chairman for National Airport Corporation, Jacob Anga, said China Aba Engineering has been contracted to deliver this project.
So it is the requirement of us as the airport owners to give the best facilities we can for the traveling public, including the operators. Hence, when you look at Kagamega itself, Kagamega moves a lot of volume in terms of human being and cargo. Hence, we stand at a very pivotal, or in terms of location, Kagamega stands a very pivotal backbone of development and underpins a lot of economical progress in this country. Hence, we have to do a quick move on Kagamega. Whatever media you have read on all issues that have been faced in regards to Kagamega, those issues are now being addressed collaboratively.
Minister for Civil Aviation Wake Goi said Kagamega has undergone a number of upgrade projects before. However, he emphasized that this project must be delivered with quality work.
Mount Hagen has been my weekly visit to and fro, and I see a lot of things that needs to be done. Thank you very much. We can go into signing, and please, our contractors, do what is right now. Any side, people, talk, you come, let me know so we can fix it so that we do it once and for all, and things has to, we will not go back to it once and for all. And then please, my NEC team, make sure that the runway extension and the terminal has to be done.
Minister for State Enterprise and Mount Hagen District Member William Duma welcomed the project.
And I want to commend the National Airports Corporation Chairman and your board, and of course the two ministers for selecting China Harbour. They already have a presence, and I want to acknowledge responsible for the 4-lane highway. And they've also been undertaking work for the Hagen City Road upgrading, so they have a presence there. And I have no doubt that from what I have seen, they will be able to deliver. But
this project is also supported by the Asian Development Bank and is aimed at revitalizing Papua New Guinea's aviation infrastructure. Pakatambuan, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, National Airport Corporation has made it clear that Papua New Guinea-owned companies cannot be engaged in the ongoing airport upgrade projects as they do not meet a requirement put in place by the Asian Development Bank, who is primarily funding these programs.
ADB has put their qualifying, especially the financial compliance, really high. So the reason being they want contractors to have that financial ability to still sustain ongoing construction while the money is not available. So the arrangement with ADB and NAC sits in that NAC gets funded through a sinking fund arrangement with Treasury, obviously representing the government, through ADB, who then funds about 90% of the component of any construction under CADIP.
Member for Mendi Munihu and Vice Minister for State-Owned Enterprises, Raphael Tonpi, has addressed victims of last week Friday's devastating fire in Mendi town, declaring the disaster a collective government issue and outlining a clear recovery plan while condemning opportunism.
MP Tonpi expressed his solidarity to the affected business owners. He said Mendi town is the heartbeat of Southern Highlands province, which he explained that whatever happens in Mendi is not one man's issue but is the government's issue. MP Tonpi announced immediate measures, including the creation of a temporary fence and the formation of an officially sanctioned disaster relief committee.
We'll make sure that all line was affected. You may try help him on Lilik. So that all can pick up. Something. All not ready time all bagrab sir. How by me help him all? And now this blood is to establish him. Pani mat good. Na kalablo samlo people this
He emphasized that to ensure controlled and accurate information, he instructed that all media releases must come only from the provincial administration, the governor and his office.
Establish him all investigation, help him all man bagarap longen, so that medigan kirap gen.
Meanwhile, Southern Highlands Province Deputy Provincial Administrator for Social and Economic Sector, Jerry James, confirmed the provincial government's full commitment to the relief effort and the rebuilding of Mendi town. He appealed to all stakeholders, the affected business owners, and the wider community to focus on maintaining peace and normalcy in Mendi.
Focus community. You must talk maintaining peace and order. And please play me.
He added that the Southern Highlands Provincial Administration is committed to working through the festive season and holidays to ensure the investigations in both affected areas are completed and that reports are provided, submitted for endorsement, and made public. James gave the assurance to the people that elected leaders and the provincial government will take ownership of rebuilding the lost business houses. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Department for Community Development and Religion, Imbongo District Development Authority, and the Papua New Guinea Civil and Identity Registry have signed a Memorandum of Understanding recently in Port Moresby. The agreement establishes a formal partnership to bring civil registration and national identity services closer to the people of Imbongo District in Southern Highlands Province.
Through this partnership, people of Imbongu will be able to access birth registration, national ID services, and other vital records closer to home, reducing travel time and cost. Under the arrangement, office space will be provided for PNG CIR within DFCDR's District Community Development Center in Imbongu. Dedicated PNG CIR staff will be based there and supported by regular mobile registration exercise to reach communities across the district. Acting Deputy Secretary of Department for Community Development and Religion, Jenny Kila, said the partnership is important to ensure government services reach the grassroots level. She added that the DCDC facility is a one-stop shop and this MOU is a positive step forward. Acting Registrar General of the PNG Civil Registry, Salome Bogosia, thanked DFCDR and Imbongu DDA for forging the agreement. She commended the district and expressed support for its vision to expand services at the district level. Imbongu IDDA Chief Executive Officer Timothy Joseph described the MOU as a Christmas gift to the people of Imbongu district. He said Imbongu is a gateway to other districts in the province and believes the partnership will also benefit neighboring districts. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Buimo Correctional Services received Christmas food donations from Lay City Authority under the authorization of LCA Chairman John Rosso as a long-standing commitment of service to the community.
Yesterday afternoon, Buimo CIS received Christmas food supplies, including bags of rice, canned food, frozen meat, and other non-perishables. This is part of Rosso's ongoing yearly support to communities in Morobe Province, with Buimo being one of the beneficiaries. As a private resident, John Rosso has been involved in charity work during festive seasons, including Easter and independence celebrations, even before entering politics. He continues to show love, care, and support to those who need it most, especially during times like this. Zola Inangwe, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja na? Yum!
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum!
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
It's the season to win big with Telecom with our Big Pella Christmas giveaway. There's 5,000 kina up for grabs for 20 lucky winners. There will be 5 winners across each region. There are also weekly prizes of 1,000 kina for 20 weekly winners drawn over 5 weeks. To enter, recharge 20 kina or more on selected more bundles in Good Pella Data plans or get 50 kina or more of Get Power. Major prize drawn December 23rd. Terms and conditions apply. Telecom, the feel-good network.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
With more
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. The 2025 academic year officially closed early this month. A frustrated mob of teachers from NCD region demanded answers to why their leave fares had not been paid to date.
With 6 weeks of holiday, NCD teachers have spent 3 weeks going to and from the Education Department, seeking answers to this issue. PNG Teachers Association NCD Branch President James Bill stated that the total amount of funds allocated to leave fares for public servants and teachers was 7.3 million kina. He stated that other centres outside of Port Moresby have been decentralised and will receive their payments through their provincial governments.
The Division of Education NCD, it is right coming under the Department of National Education. And we feel that it is another division of the department, so they should have given us the priority.
Another teacher, Saki Mara, highlighted the lack of transparency as some government checks were not displaying the balance. He stated that was unfair, as anyone should be allowed to know if they are being compensated well for their dedicated service.
They need to come out clearly to us and address the issue, so that we need to be satisfied before we go. Tomorrow is, it's 24th. And Thursday is 25th, that's Christmas.
Teachers present stated that vocational center and secondary school educators have been paid, except for primary schools within NCD. This, they say, is unfair, as they all do the same kind of work. Michael Mera from the NCD office was present and reassured the teachers that the grants have already been issued. In order to ease their frustrations, Mr. Mera accompanied a few selected individuals to the Education Department to resolve the issue. Zola Yinangwe, National MTV News.
BSP Financial Group has reopened its Mendi branch yesterday following the Black Friday fire on 19th December 2025 that left almost half of Mendi Town's business houses in ashes.
Following safety checks and assessments over the weekend, BSP confirms that the Mendi branch is fully operational as of yesterday, the 22nd of December 2025, and is ready to continue serving customers, businesses and public institutions. BSP, the only bank that serves the Southern Highlands capital, acknowledges and commends the ownership displayed by the community and the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary, who ensured that the bank was untouched and whose swift action and sense of responsibility helped prevent the fire from spreading to the BSP Mendi branch. Head of Retail Branch Network Peter Common said actions taken by the community and RPNGC demonstrates true spirit of community resilience. Mr. Common said their courage and ownership ensured the safety of the branch and allowed the bank to continue providing essential banking services to the people of Mendi and Southern Highlands. Jacinta Doctor, National MTV News.
Arima Junior High School in National Capital District at 82 of their grade 10 students, continuing to grade 11 in secondary and national high schools for next year despite infrastructure challenges.
The new Arima Junior High School had 82 out of 133 students who sat for the national grade 10 examination to continue to secondary schools, which 4 of them were selected to go to the national high schools. The school is one of the 5 schools in NCD selected in 2022 by the Education Department to trial out the junior high school concept, which that concept is for the primary schools to offer high school grades to their grade 8 students. Principal for Arima Junior High School, Dorothy Lapun, expressed their gratitude about this achievement of this high number of students continuing on to secondary schools, despite the school not having facilities to teach high school students.
I was overwhelmed with the number that we had, from 12 to 82 out of 133 students to continue to do grade 11 this year. It's an achievement. And
this is a junior high school with no high school facilities. Just like all junior high schools throughout the country, New Arima Junior High School had no curriculums, resources like textbooks.
We don't have everything in place. We are using anything that we can use as our teaching resources to help us teach the content to the students.
Mrs. Lapun said that she hopes the national government will fully support New Arima Junior High School next year and other junior high schools throughout the country. Meanwhile, a member of the Board of Governors, Clifford Faparik, said despite no high school infrastructure facilities like science laboratory, home economics, practical skills, information and technology laboratory, they took on the challenge. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Matthew Wenge has honored his late father's long-standing commitment to the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Papua New Guinea by formally presenting a 1 million kina contribution to the Martin Luther Seminary at Ampo in Lae.
The presentation, which also included a 25-seater bus and a ride-on lawnmower, was made recently during a church gathering. Mr. Wenge said his father, the late Morobe Governor Songan Luther Akisawa Wenge, was a man of strong faith who consistently supported church work, both in his role as a political leader and as an ordinary member of the community. He said the late governor had always placed church activities at the forefront of his priorities and remained committed to strengthening faith-based institutions. Mr. Wenge explained that the financial commitment was intended to support the seminary's day-to-day operations and contribute to the development of Morobe's first university, the Lutheran University. Mr. Wenge assured the church that his family would continue to uphold the legacy left by his father, saying the commitment to church work would be carried on in the same way it had been passed down through generations. He said the 1 million kina pledged was made by the late governor during the Lutheran Church Synod held in Yalibu earlier this year, with the funds received in September shortly before his passing. In respect of the family's mourning period, the formal presentation of the check and assets was delayed until recently. Cleo Dutton, National EMTV News.
The Gama Sese Zagusave Incorporation, a land group association representing 5 clans of the Gahuku tribe in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province, has hosted its first cultural show aimed at reviving cultural heritage while promoting unity through sports and SMEs.
The 4-day event began on Sunday with a cultural show, followed by a 3-day sports program that was officially launched at the National Sports Institute in Goroka. Women, children and the elderly participated in what organizers described as a unifying sports tournament for the clans. SME Cultural Show Chair Lady Anita Nate said the incorporation comprised 5 clans: Gepahina, Naga Mizuha, Gomeguve, Gehamozuha and Gagomazuha, who were the traditional custodians of land within the Kana area of Goroka town. She said this land hosted major institutions, including the Goroka Provincial Specialist Hospital, NSI, Mekati Museum, Goroka Secondary School, and the Institute of Medical Research. Mrs. Nates said the event was organized to bring people together, strengthen ownership of their identity, and revive cultural practices for future generations. She said the cultural show themed Unite Together was the first organized by the group, with plans to host it biannually and attract more than 10,000 members. She said the program featured 36 SME stalls, 21 cultural groups, and 7 live bands, as well as career talks for grade 12 school leavers who missed out on recent online selections. The sports program included rugby nines, volleyball, bilum weaving, archery, and athletics. Organizers acknowledged NSI and sponsors for supporting the event, while Sports Supervisor Ruth Omenefa said the initiative aimed to promote long-term youth participation across multiple sporting codes. Cleo Dutton, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NASFund market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2352 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2277, $0.3391 Australian dollars, 0.1855 euro, and 35.48 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFund. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
To win big with Telecom with our Big Pella Christmas giveaway. There's 5,000 kina up for grabs for 20 lucky winners. There will be 5 winners across each region. There are also weekly prizes of 1,000 kina for 20 weekly winners drawn over 5 weeks. To enter, recharge 20 kina or more on selected more bundles and Big Pella data plans, or get 50 kina or more of Get Power. Major prize drawn December 23rd. Terms and conditions apply. Telecom, the feel-good network.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mail Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mail Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Meet UmiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses. UmiPay makes every payment simple. UmiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
You're watching National EMTV News. Minister for Defense and Minister responsible for Papua New Guinea Fire Service, Dr. Billy Joseph, has expressed regret over the destructive fire that swept through Mendi town on Friday, destroying chains of buildings in the main commercial area and forcing several local businesses to close.
Dr. Joseph said the tragedy highlighted a long-standing gap in emergency preparedness, noting that Mendi Township does not have an established fire service to respond to such. He explained that the PNG Fire Service had completed a Standard of Fire and Emergency Cover report in 2024, recommending the establishment of a fire station in Mendi, but progress had been delayed by the lack of support from the host provincial government. He said the incident should serve as a wake-up call for relevant government agencies to work collaboratively to ensure essential services are in place to protect lives, properties and business investments. Dr. Joseph stressed that fire and emergency services were critical enablers of growth and development, often overlooked until disaster strikes. The minister called on Southern Highlands Provincial Government to prioritize working with the PNG Fire Service to establish a fire station in Mendi before rebuilding the township. He said the province must provide land or facilities and counterfund the procurement of fire engines. Dr. Joseph also confirmed that fire service teams from Mount Hagen and Wabeg had been deployed to Mendi to assist with containment efforts and investigations, while urging affected families and businesses to remain united during the recovery process. Cleo Dutton, National EMTV News.
Coffee Industry Corporation has revealed that the industry will be conducting training for the large-scale coffee farmers commencing next year. This was revealed during the signing of the MOU between the coffee farmers and CIC recently in Jiwaka Province.
Coffee farmers in Western Highlands, Jiwaka and Eastern Highlands provinces have been struggling to manage large coffee plantations over the years. This was highlighted by the coffee industry recently in Jiwaka province.
Cleaning parrot, cutting coffee, tweaking coffee, coffee, whatever can really work coffee. Also, you play good. But it's a little bookie also you play. How you manage money do you play? Me play by spending how much to labor, how much buying chemical. Or you mean about market marketing coffee nice like also you play. This guy all keep him knowledge also. Time will passing coffee now go you may put on it. So you may try to look at no set man savano. Bakam na managing so you mix him that agency look at managing me and two managing go then damn life from Plato Namco. That's how I'm saying coffee plantation and put on look to me. That's why that you may back training to Tisla.
Noting that the CIC further revealed that they will be conducting training to assist large-scale coffee farmers in Eastern Highlands Province, Jiwaka and Western Highlands, indicating that the training is essential as it will help the farmers to manage their plantation well going forward.
How much we can give you coffee, how much we put on win money, you use or training, you have training. Inside of the training too, we will try our best to bring some of the banks or bank come inside so that or bank must talk me plan criteria so that after so now when government also marape government start and give the money. So government come or give me plan to Islam you minus so after Lucy go how best you will sustaining you yet you must have or bank start no must have yet. So must come to me plan rock way you must meet him on criteria so that you can eligible location. Lili halvim loan so that you can sustain immediate so it's like training and by next year going to run him training 2 weeks time 2 weeks year.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The Harvest for Christ Ministry congregation farewelled their founding father and director to take up a new role as evangelist.
Thousands of Harvest for Christ ministry worshippers from across Papua New Guinea gathered at the Nondugul Primary School to farewell their founding father, Pastor Andepe Ari, and his family to his new role as evangelist. Pastor Andepe Ari highlighted his new role as evangelist and stated his passion for gospel.
Ting emi no saying so. Pastor went by change. Also na minute log on the street. Talk out all long Jesus that I'm always in Jesus. And by light inside no ting long on now. One by sa all wrong. Right.
He also noted the importance of spreading the gospel and urged all the pastors, ministries, elders, and evangelists to work together and spread the gospel.
You mean it long on the street now. Kiss small man inside the street na campaign losses. Also na you may all get that one. You may all get that denomination boom one time. Na preaching Jesus like small man can go.
A local leader in Minsk, Jiwaka province, Robert Moon, shared his sentiments, stating that Pastor Ari is a patriotic servant that plays an important role in touching many people's hearts in church and community for the last 28 years in his role as pastor and director. He notes that the founding father has made so many good impacts in their lives, which they are grateful, and described his farewell as a moment bestowed with honor and gratitude. Isabella Narapal, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, Thailand and Cambodia will resume talks later this week to work towards a more durable ceasefire along their disputed border.
Dozens of people on both sides have been killed in the past week of fighting, while more than 500,000 people have been displaced. Thailand has been launching airstrikes on Cambodia, while Cambodia fired rockets in return. Bangkok says they have not received any direct proposals for a ceasefire from Cambodia, despite it publicly saying it's ready for one. Thailand's foreign minister says detailed talks are required for peace.
Let's thrash out the details. Make sure that the ceasefire reflects the situation on the ground, and the ceasefire is one that really holds, and both sides are going to fully respect the ceasefire.
Foreign ministers of ASEAN countries have convened in Malaysia, holding a special meeting over the situation between Thailand and Cambodia. Malaysia has played a central role in dialogue between the countries, as well as the Kuala Lumpur Peace Accord earlier this year. They're urging ASEAN members to help end the latest bout of fighting.
ASEAN must do whatever it is necessary to maintain regional peace and stability. Our goal goes beyond de-escalating the tension. We must intensify trust building among the conflicting parties and provide the horizons for dialogue despite the prevailing differences.
The breakdown in the ceasefire, brokered by US President Donald Trump, has renewed efforts from the US and China for dialogue. Beijing says they are committing to a more active role in de-escalating the conflict.
Both Cambodia and Thailand are important members of ASEAN. China commends and supports the effort of ASEAN, in particular Malaysia, to secure peace. China, as the two countries' friend and close neighbour, sincerely hopes the fighting will stop and peace will be rebuilt at an early date, which is in the larger interest of peace and stability along their border and the fundamental interest of the people of both countries.
The Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has apologised to the Jewish community but continues to resist calls for a royal commission.
Well, the government insists that a royal commission will take too long to get answers and that it's better instead to pursue some rapid ways to get to those correct answers. The government says It's already taken some steps in the last week to enact more of the recommendations of anti-Semitism envoy Gillian Siegel, and it's called a review into the intelligence agencies led by Dennis Richardson, the former ASIO chief. He'll look at both the ASIO and the AFP, determine whether they have enough powers and resources to do their job properly. The government says this is the way to get to the answers, as I say, as quickly as possible, rather than years of delay as a Royal Commission can sometimes bring about. But there is a really significant group of people now pushing for it. The Labor MPs, Ed Husic and Mike Freelander among them. Quite significant support in the legal community, including from Robert French, the former Chief Justice of the High Court. He says that the New South Wales Royal Commission that the Minns government has said that it will call is not enough on its own, that we need to see something that the federal government calls in conjunction with the states, that's the only way to have a proper look across all of the federal agencies and across all of the different responsibilities from state and federal governments to get to the bottom of two questions: anti-Semitism and counter-terrorism. What are our approaches to each? How can we ensure that something like the Bondi attack doesn't happen again? The federal government has said that it will cooperate in full with the Minns Royal Commission, and they've given some sense that that means that federal agencies will be happy to appear before or participate in some way in that Royal Commission. But as for the question of whether they'll have their own, it's been a key thing that the opposition has been pushing them very hard on in the last few days. Susan Lee would like to see a Royal Commission, but no sign as yet that the federal government will go in that direction. Anthony Albanese yesterday announced the latest in a series of changes to hate laws, a new aggravated offence for parents who radicalise children. That's one of a suite of new law reforms that the Albanese government plans to pursue early in the new year. Michelle Rowland, the Attorney-General, acknowledging it will be a little difficult to get these right. Hate laws can run up against constitutional limits, and that's part of the reason that the government's last attempt at hate laws didn't really or hasn't yet led to many instances of successful public prosecution. So more work to do there for the federal government on that front, but no sign of a Royal Commission just yet.
National MTV News continues after the break with Ruka Sports. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab for dinner. Yum!
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The all-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
It's the season to win big with Telecom with our Big Pella Christmas giveaway. There's 5,000 kina up for grabs for 20 lucky winners. There will be 5 winners across each region. There are also weekly prizes of 1,000 kina for 20 weekly winners drawn over 5 weeks. To enter, recharge 20 kina or more on selected more bundles and Good Pella data plans, or get 50 kina or more of Get Power. Major prize drawn December 23rd. Terms and conditions apply. Telecom, the feel-good network.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The JT Festive Rugby League competition is underway at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium, bringing local teams together with strong support from organizers and commitment from the leaders to support sports development.
The JT Festive League matches played at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium is marking a special moment for local rugby league during the off-season. Games coordinator Joseph Kaula says the event shows strong community support, adding that the local member of parliament is fully committed to support such sporting events in years to come.
Stop one time watch one game, then go back. So it's fully I'm almost through one something walking so far. As years goes by, after as this morning, I'm fully committed to supporting these games going forward, 2026, 2027. Time go. As time goes by, the prices amount will increase because now lots of time look forward to completing game starting rugby league now but finish January on the rugby volleyball.
Mr. Kaula says it is the first of its kind to use such a venue during the off-season.
For off-season competition, you go na you use more stadium costly, but through the member I'm supporting me. I'm like more people blame play venue and me must through as me looking for the venue for the first time one off-season competition you me play venue. You comparing naraplo off-season we play or naraplo 7 Vincent City field venue one issue you will come up days but people Konidobu na Wotu me almost as a member me securing this venue lo game start no more round na finish lo grand final set pamla finish him there.
He further acknowledged the use of the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium and thanked all stakeholders for making the games possible.
You mean all players or supporters, you come inside, you take ownership, you look out of stadium, refrain from all bad habits like chewing, all area where all talking no smoke or drink, try and comply na. As time goes by we can got access again near future. So that's the whole idea. Me must talk thank you member me plan minister honorable Justin Setengo thinking me plan give me this stadium normally me play over two but over two you can look him now and one big wara sleep na making me hard me play by.
Mr. Kaula also urged the Connie community and the people of Port Moresby South to take responsibility and look after the facility for the use of the games and future events. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The Sisa Kimia Rugby League 9's tournament in Darut Sound has ended successfully, showcasing strong competition and rising local talent.
The 3-day Sisa Kimia Rugby League 9's tournament in Daru Western Province concluded on a high note over the weekend. The competition started on Friday and wrapped up on Sunday, drawing strong crowds and community support. The annual tournament is run by Daru Rugby Football League, an affiliate of PNG Rugby Football League. A total of 16 teams took part, with defending champions Delta Fly Asoa once again proving too strong to reclaim the Sisa Kimia Cup. This year marked the second season of the tournament following its successful inaugural event in December 2024. Organizers say the growth reflects the increasing popularity of rugby league in the province and the strong interest from young players. Deputy Chairman of Western Province Football League, Ricky Sibia, gave an update on the progress of the Cup tournament.
Sisa Kimia Cup went for a 3 days tournament with a successful tournament, and we ended up in high note with 2 teams from Delta Fly head-to-head in a cup and bowls played and the cup finals in the 3 divisions. And on the ground were PNGRFL with its executives and technical officers were on the ground, SACU and British referees.
Officials from the PNGRFL, including technical officers and accredited referees, were present to ensure matches met national standards. PNGRFL scouts also closely monitor the games for emerging talent. Daru Rugby League president Cameron Gigiba described the tournament as key highlight of the provincial sporting calendar. Meanwhile, PNGRFL Community Pathways and Development Manager Saku Ang congratulated all teams for taking part in the tournament and praised the standard of the play. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Some days feel grey until someone brings back your smile. Happiness, sometimes all it takes is a bite or a scoop.
Late again?
And sometimes it's waiting in the freezer just for you.
Share the love, share the happiness in every moment with Gala.
Gala, Gala Yum.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mail Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mail Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Meet UmiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, UmiPay makes every payment simple. UmiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The successful CISA Kimia Nines tournament has opened doors for future rugby league competitions in Daru and across Western Province.
With the success of the CISA Kimia Nines tournament, the Deputy Chairman of Western Province Rugby Football, Ricky Sibia, highlighted future rugby league tournaments in Daru and Western Province. Mr. Sibia said the tournament showed strong growth of rugby league supported by committed board members on the ground. He added that more tournaments are being planned to develop young talents and strengthen rugby league in the province.
We had a provincial board, newly established provincial board on the ground with a chairman, Bini Gigiba, which was his presence, and also he was a patron of the rugby league, and it was a very successful event, and we are looking forward for have a successful tournament next year with new teams coming on board from the interest of the growing of rugby league in Western Province and also in Southside District.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
With Telecom with our Big Pella Christmas giveaway. There's 5,000 kina up for grabs for 20 lucky winners. There will be 5 winners across each region. There are also weekly prizes of 1,000 kina for 20 weekly winners drawn over 5 weeks. To enter, recharge 20 kina or more on selected more bundles and Good Pella data plans or get 50 kina or more of Get Power. Major prize drawn December 23rd. Terms and conditions apply. Telecom, the feel-good network.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Morning Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy with possible few showers, and Popondetta, cloudy with some showers. In the Momasa region, Lay City, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms, and Vanimo, partly cloudy with few brief showers. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with few showers, and Buka, mostly cloudy with some rain showers and thunderstorms. And in the Highlands region, Mount Agan City, partly cloudy with few showers, and Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, the 23rd of December 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.